Hi guys, only Frankie. Thought I'd finally get a video sorted. So I'm not going to ramble on too long, just keeping you guys in the loop, letting you know what's going on, where I'm at. So today was day 11 on the microgynon. So I am feeling absolutely exhausted on it. Not feeling myself at all, very hormonal, very down in the dumps. My periods have not been very heavy at all during the pill. I had extortionate pain when I last left my video. And yeah, I've sort of been plodding along, counting down the days. Now I know I've only got 10 days left on the tablets, so that's good. But what has been positive is I have started a course of acupuncture. So I went for my first session on Monday, and it was really good. It wasn't. I didn't know what to expect when I went in there, but she was very nice. Went through my medical history, what Jake and I are hoping to achieve through the IVF, how many embryos we're going to be putting back inside us, when we're roughly looking at dates to be putting the embryo back in. And just sort of explained how smooth the egg collection did go in the end. Yes, we had our ups and downs, but we ended up with 8 great embryos. So what she did was check my pulses originally as she was talking to me, and she noticed that my liver is overworking, and so are my kidneys, and apparently that's to do with the hormones that are being pumped through my body at the moment. So she started off by putting needles in my forehead up here, in my toes, in between my toes, on my feet, on either side of my ankles, a few pressure points on my legs, up to sort of where my knees are. I had 4 needles go across my stomach, 1 between my chest, and also 1 in the hand. I'm trying to show you, sort of there, in my hands, both sides. So I did go in and explain that I had a bit of a dull headache, which was half expected taking the pill, and that's where the pressure points in my hands helped, and it did relieve the headache within 5 minutes. Probably took her about 5-10 minutes to put all the needles in me. She then covered me in a blanket and left me to rest for about 45 minutes. You do get that sort of sharp pain with the initial pierce, and then you get a dull ache in certain points from time to time. But what was really weird was I twitched my toes and my ankles, and I could feel like a twitch going on the side of where actually, when I looked up when I left the session, that it was actually probably my liver. So it was a very unusual experience, very skeptical. But by the time I got home that night, I literally got changed into my pajamas and went straight to bed, and I had the best night's sleep I've ever had. I'm a person who gets cold feet and cold hands, especially when I go to bed at night. I've not had any of that this week. I've definitely had good circulation. The last end of my period had a little bit more of a show than normal, which was good. I felt like with her putting the needles across my stomach to create some fresh flow of blood through my uterus, perhaps helped with the period towards the end. And I have slept well this week. I know I'm exhausted from the pill, but I'm still quite restless generally when I'm asleep at night. I wake up through the night, but since I've had the acupuncture, I've not woken up once, and I've actually woke up and thought, wow, I've had a really good proper night's sleep. So she recommended I do the course once a week, and when we get a date finally for our embryo transfer, to try and get her to do a session perhaps before and after the transfer. And I've really got to say I'm on board with it, and I'm believing it's helping. If anything, it helps the stress. I'm being very stressful at the moment. There's a lot of things I'm getting myself in a flap about. I overthink things. Poor Jake has had his ear chewed off all week, and I've been saying, what about this and what about that? And, I've been getting myself in a tiz about work because there's just so much work on at the moment. But then I just think, hang on, you would normally just put the extra hours in. Just carry on working at your pace. You've got to do another hour after work, do it. And actually I did that tonight, and I've worked late, and I just feel like I've got everything done. I'm a bit fresh in the mind. I've got my next appointment booked for the acupuncture, which is Tuesday, and I can finally say, finally, we've got to the weekend. I've made it. So if you girls are looking and you are having perhaps your first cycle, second cycle of IVF, and just seem to need some release because these medication, it's really hit me about how down it can make you feel while you're on there, I would definitely say give acupuncture a go. Now, I understand some people it is not for them, but I would say don't knock it till you tried it, because I was very sceptical it wouldn't particularly be what I'd be looking for. I love a massage, but I understand that at the moment you shouldn't have massages because it actually releases toxins in your body that you don't want flowing around your bloodstream. But actually I found it very therapeutic, and it just makes you feel better in yourself, because you know, if you're carrying constant weight, I said to my friend actually on the phone earlier tonight that I just feel like my whole body is draining, and I feel like I'm carrying a massive load all the time, and it's just taking everything out of me. And you know, even stupid stuff, walking to the car to get into the car, and then driving to the train station and doing the commute. I mean, I do, when I get off the train, probably have about a 25-minute walk to my office. I just think it's such an effort. And actually, I've been doing this for 10 years. There's no effort to it whatsoever. It's not like I'm running a marathon. I need to get a bit of a reality check. But I do think acupuncture is definitely a way forward. It's hard. I'm now starting from time to time getting a little bit of doubts, will this work? But I do think that's a bit of trickery in the brain from the tablets, because you're feeling so low about yourself. Your self-esteem has just hit rock bottom. I've got to remind myself that I've come this far. I've got a cracking chance. And actually the acupuncture, it's never been proven that it does increase your chances, but it has that possibility. There has been links to show that there's been increased chances, and it could be the mix of people they've chosen. But overall, they always recommend it is good for the woman's well-being while she's going through it. So I would definitely say give acupuncture a go. And that's it really at the moment. So as I said, another 10 days on the tablets. I can't wait to see the back of them. I just don't feel like me. I'm very ratty, very snappy with people. My patience is wearing very thin on certain things, and actually I'm going to be quite selfish now, because if my mum's watching this, she'll probably go, you're very selfish anyway, you do what you want when you want. But I am going to speak out a lot more, and you know, if I don't want to be going out and be dragged here, there and everywhere, I'm going to start saying I need a bit of rest time, because it is getting the better of me now. And I think when you're commuting in the city and you're working all week and you work long hours, you have a demanding job, normal people look forward to their weekends anyway, and actually I've got to use the weekends to take time out, enjoy myself, and if it means that I spend a day just moping around watching TV, slobbing on the sofa, and that makes me feel better, then that's what I will do. I'm also making the most of hot baths at the moment, because I know they're going to come to a standstill soon. So I love a bath, and they're a good way of calming my nerves. So I'm going out tomorrow for one of my girls' 30th birthdays, and we're going up into town, but I'm actually very much looking forward to having my bath in the morning and just laying there and chilling out, and yeah, just have a bit of me time really. So yeah, I feel like I'm not reporting much, but I did want to sort of say, if you've got the option to do acupuncture, it can be expensive. I have a friend of mine that's going through a similar sort of cycle of acupuncture to me. She's paying about £60 a session. I'm currently paying, well, I paid £40 for my first session. I'm now paying £35 a session. So it is expensive if you're looking at a weekly basis. But then is it for a short-term burst? The way I'm looking at it is I'm on meds for probably 6 more weeks, so that's 6 sessions, and if it gives me my end goal, then so be it. I will give it my best crack. Haven't done anything else more normal. Cut the caffeine out. Feel a bit better for that. And yeah, just notice I've got a lot of appetite. Sometimes I get times where I'm really hungry all the time, which is generally in the morning. So I can't wait to get to work and pour my bowl of cereal. But then when it comes to dinner, I've got this idea that I want this big plate of dinner. And then as I eat it, I don't want to eat. So it is playing havoc a bit with what I want to eat. And I've got to be conscious of having fruit on my desk to pick at. And like salad in my lunches and stuff like that, to make sure I'm getting the good stuff in me. Because it was very easy for me today to get a Whisper bar out of my drawer and munch away on my chocolate bar, which isn't very good for my waistline for a start, and actually just eating chocolate in general isn't very good for you. So that's it really, guys. If any of you have had acupuncture and you're watching this, be interesting to know what sort of sessions you had, what you found has helped you. Please bear in mind that I am very sort of down and dumps, very up and down at the moment. It's taken me a few days to get my head around doing this video. I had my acupuncture on Monday, was going to do the video after the acupuncture, and just haven't been able to get myself around to doing it till tonight. So it'd be good to hear from you guys if you've got any ideas for pick-me-ups, and just get me through the next 10 days. Get me off this microgynon, because I can't wait to see the back of it. I'll probably do another video to moan about the buserelin next, won't I? But I'm on the countdown now. So anyway, thank you very much for your words of encouragement, everyone. And hello to Melissa A, because you generally drop me messages. And please like and subscribe and share my videos to those who could also be going through the same sort of thing. And I will speak to you guys very soon. Take care. See you later. Bye.